Hello Aries friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my Aries April 2025 Astrology Horoscope Forecast. Wow, so this is your month. Birthdays, Neptune is in Aries, personal planets moving into Aries, an eclipse in your sign just a few days before April started here, the last eclipse in the Aries eclipse. Aries Libra eclipse cycle that has been going on for 2 years. Your new life is being revealed now. So we're going to talk about what that may look like and other things that you need to know for this month. This is for you if Aries is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Aries placement you're listening for. What we're going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. If you're a very late degree Aries friend, so birthdays like April 15th through the rest of the sign, or Aries degrees like 23 degrees through the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Taurus report, as your very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. Okay, so your new life is being revealed now. You've gone through 2 years since early 2023 of karma as it relates to you, your identity, how you walk in the world, how you see yourself, how other people see you, how you are in relationships, what you do for people, what you don't do, what you put up with, what is tolerable to you, and what has become intolerable and is going to change. And this has been a very, very big story. I am speaking from experience as well. I do have Aries rising with you all, Aries placements. So I'm watching and feeling with you the magic of this time, the power of this time. If it weren't an eclipse in our sign and it weren't the end of a 2-year cycle, we would still have so much going on because early in the month, Mercury gets into Aries. It's retrograde until the 7th, and then it will start to move into Aries. Venus is retrograde in Pisces, but on the 12th it goes direct and it will start to move towards Aries. Neptune in Aries for the first time in like 150 years. So that's a big deal. I have a separate video, Neptune and Aries, and a separate podcast, Neptune and Aries, so you can look for that. But wow, very big time. So this is a time for rebirth. This is a time for reinvention, and it is not a time to be underestimated because the power of what you do at this time and in the upcoming months is very, very, very profound, and you can completely redo your life. You may have been slowly doing that in pieces, and now the culmination of all of that may be coming to pass. Your new life is being revealed in the form of focus on your physical body. Health things that have been a problem may have come to your awareness through this journey and may further come to your awareness at this time with all of this energy here. Anything that is not working for you, you're going to have to change it. And anything that was working for you before, or let's say you were getting away with it before, Neptune is going to come and tell the story of you having to make some changes. Your sensitivities are going to increase with this transit. You've got 14 years of Neptune moving through Aries, moving through your sign, and things that they're tolerated are not going to be tolerated anymore. You're going to become more sensitive to your environment, more sensitive, so basically if you're an Aries that has had pretty thick skin, it might start to become thinner, and that is going to come with its challenges for sure, but it's also definitely going to come with a spiritual revolution of kind of like a dissolution of identity and the building of a new one, a spiritualized one that is, looking deeper at the bigger picture and the lesser seen things. And this month is kind of a snapshot into what is happening here. So Ceres, Saturn, North Node, still Venus for a little while till it goes direct on April 12th and then gets its way back to Aries. Mercury for a little while until it goes direct on April 7th and then gets its way back to Aries. All of these planets are in Pisces and in your 12th house. Remember, Aries placements, as we have what's called a natural chart, which means that when planets move through the sign of Aries, they also move through our house of Aries. When planets move through the sign of Taurus, they also move through our house of Taurus. Now, this is in a whole house chart, but in the Placidus chart, there's still going to be some degree of truth there. And the earlier you are in the sign, the more this is true. And the later you are in the sign, the more this may shift a bit. But either way, there's an intensity that Aries has because everything is double. Okay, so that's how we experience life. That's how we live life. And, that's what goes on here. So you've got this inner world, this enriched inner world that is growing more accessible to you. This land of the fantastical, of the mystical, of the psychological, of the spiritual, of the magical, of the ethereal is really coming up front and center now, where dreams and reality blend, where the tween times hold the magic between realms. This is a time of massive power, because there's a whole world available to you in your subconscious mind and in the things that you have yet to discover that is waiting to be discovered. And at this time, you may be discovering that. And all of these discoveries are great and in time for your rebirth. So if it's your birthday, or if the sun's crossing over whatever Aries placement you have, then as the rest of these planets move into Aries, between April and May, this new birth is happening. So a couple of things to know about this month is that since Venus and Mercury are sleepy, until the 7th and the 12th, they're still going to have a post-shadow period retrograde process. So, while you'll feel things continuing to move forward, these tides that I always talk about, going in or out, we've been in this major tides coming in period of time since September. And then in February, things started to shift. Jupiter went direct, Mars went direct. Now in April, we have all the outer planets direct. Then Mercury will follow suit, Mars will follow suit. Mars will go into fellow fire sign Aries. So we've got fire support from everywhere, and you'll be feeling the ambition. You'll be feeling ready to make changes. You'll be feeling that certain things that had become completely intolerant, you're going to be taking action on those things now. And if they're really big things and you don't have the oomph or the information just yet, because eclipse news is still going to be getting delivered over the next 4 to 6 weeks. So April, even into May, information from the eclipses are coming in. And, this is an eclipse in your sign. This is the wrap up. This is a very big deal. So you're going to see the ways that your life is changing and being built anew. And you've got all of the support in fire, and you've got this reflective inner world support to match up with your intuition, to trust your gut, and to really feel into when the timing will be perfect. May and June will hold much more forward moving and tides going out energy than April will, but you will see small steps, internal decisions, decisions, quiet decisions that you make that are starting to get ready to be pushed out and be obvious to the world. You're going to see that match of fire, and the fire in the cosmos is going to be giving a lot of bubbles to the water in the cosmos. So there's this steam that's being created, this productivity, and you'll be feeling that. Jupiter is moving forward still in Gemini until June. So if you've got writing projects, if you've got speaking projects, if you've got teaching and learning projects, use Jupiter's energy, because in June it will move in and really cause some major life changes. I'm just going to kind of jump ahead to this, because these are the types of changes where the timeline, you can start to see what's coming now. All right. So Jupiter is going to move into Cancer in June. We're in April here. I have seen even 3 months before, sometimes more, us starting to see the direction of where Jupiter is going to go when it goes to the next place. So you're stepping on a precipice, or you're standing on a precipice now for major life change, because Jupiter is going to cross an angle, a major angle in your chart. Okay, so when you look at the charts, there are lines between each house, but then there are the big lines that are darker. First house cusp, 7th house cusp, 4th house cusp, and 10th house cusp. And these represent the big four in life, these big areas of self and other people, and home and family, and our inner world, and our housing, and then our place out in the world, our work, the polarities of mother and father, all of this. So when Jupiter moves into Cancer, as it will in June, but it's starting to unhinge a lot of old ways now, you will be having massive change in your home and family. And you may have been working a lot on your home and family and housing, since Mars has been in Cancer for all this time, since September, just popping out briefly to go in Leo. So you've been preparing for these changes in your home and family, and they are going to come. And they will cast pressure on your work and career. So what that means is that the big four, you and relationships, plus home in your inner world and your outer world, are about to change radically. You may be taking a different course in life. You may be changing things with your job. You may be moving for a different job. You may be, selling important real estate. And that information is starting to come in at this time and getting really strong here in April. So if you want to learn something because it's a hobby or because you want to have your next manifestation of your work be in something else, you may find yourself getting educated on those topics now. You may find if you're wanting to write or speak that Jupiter is supercharging the space for you, and you'll want to take advantage of that because you'll have a massive amount of momentum. And you're going to have to be dealing with these changes that are coming soon. So if you want a quiet space to just write or reflect or think or create, the Pisces placements and, Jupiter moving through the third house and the third sign ruler here, Gemini, you take advantage of that little, I don't want to call it a lull because with all this fire energy, it's not really a lull, but you are going to have this quiet personal pursuit pockets of time, that you can really work on something that's going to be the next manifestation or reinvention of yourself, because that's what we're back to, is yourself is being reinvented. It's going to be very holistic in the way that it's how you are in relationships. It's you, it's your home, it's your work, it's your, everything, how you manifest your expression. It is very, very comprehensive. Okay, so I'm going to give you the dates of the full moon and the new moon. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about them because I will have separate videos closer to those times, but April 12th, the same day that Venus goes direct, we've got full moon at 23 degrees of Libra. New moon, 7 degrees of Taurus on April 27th. If you love the dates and you want more of them, plus you want my content early and not miss anything that I send because YouTube is not informing you when I make my weekly posts, as I have been for the weekly astrology and the new moon and full moon, then go to anniehelpsyou.com, sign up for my my weekly newsletter. You'll get the monthly written star report with all the sweet and salty dates if you like that. Now, if you love how I teach and you want to learn, and it's part of your process to learn astrology for your soul or for your work, then you will love my course. beastropro.com, beastropro.com. You can go there now for a little while longer here in April. I'm going to be closing out my epic promos, but if you register now, you can get my astrology mastery course registration. Okay, you register for that, and then you'll get $1,500 worth of free promo classes and other amazing things for free if you sign up now. If you want to learn how to do astrology and earn money from it, I can help you. I approach it like learning a language and give you all the foundations to build and continue building to do whatever you want with astrology. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I hope that the eclipse changes have a lot of positive energy for you, and that you really feel yourself stepping into this new life that's, free of karmic binds that you have been wrestling with for a very long time, and that you're feeling the freshness and the newness and the moving forward and the moving faster flow that you have been waiting for a long time. Bye for now.